Welcome to Ping 24 Updates. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The news broke like a thunderclap across the Pacific. Digital headlines flashed. Taiwan to fund Philippine bases. U.S. brokers shock defense deal. Leaks from senior defense officials hinted at a radical new strategy in the Indo-Pacific. Taiwan, the self-governed democracy claimed by Beijing, was reportedly planning to channel millions into upgrading Philippine military sites. This wasn't just aid, it was a calculated move, quietly coordinated with the US, to redraw Asia's security map. The implications are enormous, setting the stage for a confrontation that could define the century. For decades, Asia's security architecture revolved around US-centric alliances. But China's rise has upended old assumptions. Beijing's assertiveness in the South China Sea and pressure on Taiwan have forced regional powers to rethink their strategies. This potential deal is a direct response, a bold attempt by smaller powers, backed by the US, to form a united front. The world is watching. Will this alliance hold or shatter under Chinese pressure? The funding would be funneled through the US, providing diplomatic cover. The money targets bases in northern Philippines, under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. These bases are gateways to the Luzon Strait, the critical waterway between Taiwan and the Philippines. Control the strait, and you influence both the South China Sea and the Taiwan Strait. In Taipei, officials speak of strengthening partnerships. In Manila, the government asserts its right to defend its territory. In Washington, the State Department talks of a free and open Indo-Pacific. But behind the diplomatic language, a new reality is emerging. The lines are being drawn more clearly than ever. This isn't just about money or hardware, it's about a region on the brink of transformation. Old rivalries are sharpening, and new alliances are being forged in the face of a common challenge. The stakes have never been higher. Taiwan funding Philippine military sites may seem surprising, but it's driven by necessity. For Taiwan, the threat from China is existential. Beijing's military buildup means distance offers no protection. Taiwan needs allies and strategic depth, making any invasion as costly as possible for China. Strengthening bases in the northern Philippines creates a southern buffer and extends Taiwan's defensive perimeter. These sites could provide early warning, intelligence, and logistical support in a crisis. It complicates Beijing's war planning, forcing China to consider a second front. Diplomatically, Taiwan gains legitimacy by acting as a security provider, not just a passive victim. By sharing the burden of defense, Taiwan strengthens its case for international support. This is diplomatic jujitsu, using economic strength to overcome isolation. Taiwan's defense is tied to its neighbors. The fall of Taiwan would destabilize the entire first island chain. By investing in the Philippines, Taiwan invests in its own survival. Security is no longer zero-sum. The stronger the Philippines, the safer Taiwan becomes. The enemy of my enemy is now a partner. The funding mechanism is as clever as it is controversial. Instead of a direct transfer, Taiwan allocates funds to the US, which then upgrades Philippine bases under its military financing programs. This roundabout process gives all parties deniability. Manila can accept upgrades without directly provoking Beijing, framing it as a US alliance enhancement. Taiwan contributes to regional security without crossing Beijing's red lines. The US acts as the indispensable middleman, connecting two partners who can't work together openly. For Washington, it's a strategic win, strengthening the first island chain without footing the entire bill. It demonstrates the value of America's alliance network and burden sharing. The upgrades will be significant: extended runways, new barracks, advanced radar and communications. These improvements make the bases more resilient and capable of supporting sustained operations. Both the US and the Philippines will better monitor the Luzon Strait. Taiwan's money, laundered through the US, transforms sleepy outposts into critical nodes in a high-tech sensor network. The arrangement is bold, subtle, and designed to keep China guessing. It's a chess move with global consequences. The region's security architecture is being rewritten in real time. Taiwan's boldness echoes Israel's survival strategy. Like Israel, Taiwan is a small, advanced democracy surrounded by larger, hostile powers. Both face existential threats and have learned to rely on self-reliance, technological edge, and a superpower ally. The US-Taiwan's leaders have studied Israel's doctrine: act decisively, extend your defensive perimeter, and cultivate indispensability to Washington. Lacking strategic depth, Taiwan seeks to create it by fortifying the northern Philippines. This pushes its defensive frontier south, creating a buffer and early warning system. Like Israel, Taiwan wants to be seen as a security asset, not a liability. By funding EDCA sites, Taiwan signals it's a proactive partner, not just a protectorate. This move elevates Taiwan's status in Washington's eyes. It's a lesson in survival: adapt, contribute, and never wait passively for rescue. The Luzon Strait is the linchpin of this new partnership. This 250-kilometer channel connects the South China Sea to the Pacific, a vital choke point for China's navy. For Beijing, it's the gateway for submarines and surface ships to reach the open ocean. For the US and allies, controlling or monitoring the strait is key to containing China. Upgraded EDCA sites in northern Philippines become unsinkable aircraft carriers and sensor stations. With advanced airfields and radar, the US and Philippines can track every ship and plane. For Taiwan, the strait is both a lifeline and a potential invasion route. Chinese forces would need to secure it to encircle Taiwan and block US intervention. Friendly bases in the Philippines threaten this plan, forcing China to divert resources. Taiwan's investment is targeted, turning the strait into a defensive kill zone. Enhanced surveillance and anti-ship missiles make Chinese transit risky. The alliance hardens a key strategic position, directly contributing to Taiwan's defense. China's military modernization is the driving force behind this realignment. The PLA has transformed into a high-tech force, boasting the world's largest navy. This buildup supports Beijing's goals, reunifying Taiwan and dominating the South China Sea. China's island building has created fortified outposts, projecting power across vital shipping lanes. Its maritime forces harass neighbors, using gray zone tactics to assert control. For the Philippines, Chinese pressure is a daily reality. Fishermen are driven out, resupply missions blocked. This relentless campaign aims to wear down resistance and establish de facto control. The region's balance of power is shifting, forcing old rivals to find common cause. The threat from China is the single most powerful driver behind new partnerships. The stakes are nothing less than sovereignty and regional stability. America's old hub-and-spokes alliance model is being replaced. The US is moving toward a networked security architecture, encouraging allies to build ties with each other, not just Washington. We see this in the Quad, AUKUS, and new trilateral partnerships. The Taiwan-Philippines funding plan is a perfect example. The US facilitates, weaving a new strand in the security web. Linking Taiwan's and the Philippines' defense makes the network stronger. An attack on one part now reverberates across the whole structure. This signals to Beijing that aggression will only strengthen the coalition against it. The US can no longer bear the entire security burden. It needs allies to do more, together. By encouraging Taiwan to invest in the Philippines, the US fosters shared responsibility. This creates a more sustainable, durable security architecture. The region is adapting to a new era of great power competition. The web is tightening, and China is the catalyst. Each party in this triangle, Taiwan, the Philippines, and the US, stands to gain. For Taiwan, it's about security and strategic depth. Fortifying the Philippines complicates China's invasion plans and extends Taiwan's early warning. Diplomatically, Taiwan becomes a security contributor, not just a recipient. For the Philippines, the upgrades modernize its military at no direct cost, strengthen its alliance with the US, and help resist Chinese coercion. The deal lets Manila bolster defenses without directly provoking Beijing. For the US, it's a strategic and financial win, hardening the first island chain and operationalizing network security, all through burden sharing. The US reinforces its leadership by building coalitions, not dictating terms. This triangle creates a self-reinforcing loop. A secure Taiwan stabilizes the region, a stronger Philippines protects sea lanes, and an engaged US provides the security framework. The strategic gains for one directly benefit the others. It's a symbiotic relationship, forming a formidable alignment against a common challenge. The architecture is stronger together. The region's future may depend on it. If this funding deal becomes official, Beijing's reaction will be swift and severe. China will see it as a grave provocation. Expect diplomatic condemnation, economic retaliation, and military escalation. The Philippines could face trade boycotts and investment freezes. Taiwan may see intensified sanctions. Militarily, China will ramp up PLA activity around Taiwan and the South China Sea. Exercises, incursions, and gray zone tactics. The risk of miscalculation or accidental clashes will rise. This episode marks a new, more dangerous era in Asian security. Old ambiguities are vanishing, battle lines are being drawn. Middle powers like the Philippines and Taiwan are no longer passive. They're forging new alliances and taking risks to secure their futures. This deal could be remembered as the moment Asia's security architecture fundamentally changed. The landscape is now more complex, contested, and volatile than ever before.